All right, I'm going to be discussing assignment 2.08, which is developing body paragraphs. Okay, so in 2.06, you created an outline based on your thesis statement from 2.05, and you should have some sources already from your 2.03 and 2.04 activities. So again, make sure you are doing the assignments in order and that you are also doing them correctly because many of these things build upon each other. And you have to have the previous assignment to move on to the next one. All right, so let's go and take a look at 2.08. All right, so we are going to write a well-developed body paragraph using one of our main ideas from our outline. Okay, so again, I told you in the last video, you might want to let your buddies know to watch the videos, or they might end up doing too much work. All right. So what you're doing is you're going to write one fully developed formal body paragraph. You're going to have evidence from your sources that you've already found, and it's going to be about the effectiveness of advertising. Okay. So at this point, you had on your outline, you have included whether it's ethical or unethical as well. So that was in your thesis statement, and that was also going to be the topic sentence of one of your body paragraphs. Okay. For this assignment, we are only focusing on the effectiveness. Okay, so you're going to write one nice, fully developed, researched, properly cited paragraph. Okay, um, so for the purposes of the whether it's ethical or not, that's going to be on your outline from 2.06, but 2.08 is not telling you to write a paragraph about that one. Okay, all right. And again, we are adding to our graphic organizer that we already have. All right. Again, I do have the collaboration and discussion-based activities hidden for right now. If you want to pop in and talk about your paragraphs, you can do that Tuesday or Thursday of this week. Okay. So again, the collaboration opportunities aren't posted, but I do want you to know to feel free to bounce in Tuesday and Thursday this week and get some guidance on your body paragraphs. Okay. So you are going back to this graphic organizer that you already have, all right, and continuing to add to it. So you picked one topic, all right, and your thesis statement's going to be geared toward that one topic. You have these 4 or 5 articles that you found with the URL and the central idea. That should help you. You have your thesis statement, all right, which is just one sentence without using I think, I feel, I believe, with whether or not you feel that advertisements toward teens, aimed towards teens, are effective or ineffective, and whether they're ethical or unethical. One sentence, okay? And then your outline that you worked on that should look something like this is copy and pasted in this same document as well. So you have all of this to look at once. All right. And then for this assignment, you're going to add your body paragraph. Okay. And again, if you do print or save, you should be able to get this all in one document if you don't currently have it in a Word document or in a Google Doc. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. So, one fully developed formal paragraph. We're going to do one paragraph and we're going to do it right. Okay. So, what I'm asking you to do is you're going to have a topic sentence. Then you're going to have your first piece of evidence coming directly from either one of the articles that you found or one of the advertisements that you found. Then you will explain how that is effective or ineffective. You'll provide a second piece of support from another one of your articles or advertisements that you found. And then you will explain how that piece is of evidence is either effective or ineffective. And again, if you concentrated on clothing or technology, whatever it is, that's what you're going to focus on. So you may need to find additional resources if all of those articles aren't working for you. Okay. Again, ignore the collaborative opportunity and the DBAs right now. Please feel free again to join me on Tuesdays and Thursdays and we can talk out some things. All right. So again, make sure that you are going through this. We want formal writing. So this is like going to the prom, okay? You're not going to wear some shorts to the prom. You're going to wear a nice dress. You're going to wear a tuxedo because it's formal, okay? So make sure that you are using formal word choices. Make sure you go through all of that. Don't use shorthand texting lingo for this formal assignment. All right, transitional words. You've heard of those before, so make sure that those are in yours. All right. Evidence. So you are supporting whether advertising is effective or ineffective. So you need evidence for that. So again, check out what you already have on your graphic organizer that you started to see if any of those articles will help you. All right. This is so important, whether you directly quote, you paraphrase, or you summarize, you need to give credit where credit is due. Okay, because even if you paraphrased and summarized where you put ideas into your own words, you still borrowed that idea from somebody else. So you need to put the author's last name in parentheses, and then the period goes after the parenthesis. If your source does not have an author attributed to it, you are going to use the title of the piece. So the title of the article will go here in quotation marks if you don't have an author. Okay, but always put the author's last name first. All right. If you don't do that, you're plagiarizing. So that's really important. You can get in a lot of trouble even if you don't mean to do that. So that's serious stuff. Okay. Now, again, you're just adding this to your graphic organizer that you already started on this. Let's take a look at the grading rubric. All right, so we are aiming for mastery. So dealing with our evidence that we are pulling from our articles that we already have or our advertisements. You can quote a video or paraphrase a video or summarize a video. So you have included several important details in your formal body paragraph regarding effectiveness in advertising. Okay, so again, from our outline, we are just addressing the effectiveness. Okay, so we're not even going to write a paragraph about the ethical, if it's ethical or unethical. Real important, you have included a properly formatted MLA citation. Purdue OWL website is real helpful for that. But again, that's in your lesson. It shows you how to do that. And then again, spelling, grammar, capitalization, we need to have complete sentences. When you're quoting evidence, your quote should just not be chilling by itself. Introduce it. Okay, it doesn't make any daggone sense to have a quote just chilling by itself. Okay, so you're going to come to and this is already going to be on that graphic organizer that you have. Excuse me. All right, so my thesis, and yours should be one sentence as well. This is an example. Advertisements for technology aimed at teenagers are effective. However, they are also unethical. All right, so I'm saying that, oh, yeah, they do persuade teenagers to buy them, but sometimes they do some underhanded stuff to appeal to them. Okay, so my first body paragraph is going to be about they're effective. And again, so say I use technology was my topic. All right, and I said that they are effective. So that's why my number one is down here. And the two pieces of evidence I'm going to use the iPhone commercial that I found. I feel like it persuades teenagers to buy the product. All right. And I have an article that talks about how many teenagers, buy the new iPhones when it comes out. Okay. And then my second example in the same body paragraph is going to be how the PlayStation 5 encourages teens to have the latest model of the console. Okay. So those are going to be my two pieces of evidence that I'm going to use in a body paragraph. Okay. The thesis statement asked you to include whether it's ethical or unethical. The outline asked you to have that. All right. But the body paragraph, it's just telling you that you only need to use one body paragraph. So we're focusing on this. Okay. And then my example I use down here, although advertisements aimed at teens are effective, I'm saying that they're unethical. They use bad business practices. And one of my ideas is that they use unethical business practices when they hide the real cost of the phone by saying, we'll just add $20 more to your bill for the rest of your life for this, phone that we find out later that costs $5,000. That's a hyperbole, but you get what I'm saying there. Okay. So what you're going to do now is on your same graphic organizer, and this will all be filled out. I didn't fill in B, but you'll fill that in. All right. So a good way to line up your body paragraphs is think about say, mean, matter. So you need to find, this is going to be the evidence from article that you've already found proving how technology advertisements aimed at teenagers are effective. Okay, so evidence from the article. Mean, what does the evidence mean? All right, matter, why does it matter? How does it prove your thesis? Okay. And then you're going to do that again. So evidence, what does it mean? How does it prove your thesis? All right. I'm sorry, I'm having a bad allergy day here. All right. So your body paragraph, you're going to have your topic sentence. All right. And this can be my topic sentence. I already have it done. I might want to add more to it. There's my topic sentence. I'm going to take that number out. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to say something like, for example. Goodness. All right. And then I'm going to find evidence from the article that proves that advertisements toward teenagers are effective or ineffective, whichever you've said. All right. So if you're going to directly quote, make sure you have your quotation marks at the beginning and at the end of your evidence. All right. Then you are going to have, I'm just making this up, the author's last name, Smith, or whatever it is in your article, and parenthesis period. All right. And that is your say. Your mean, what does the evidence mean? So here is where you're going to explain what that quote, what that evidence shows. All right, so you're going to do that in another sentence. And then your next sentence is going to be matter. How does it matter? How does that piece of evidence show that advertisements aimed at teens are very effective? Okay, and then you are going to, my first piece of evidence is dealing with the iPhone commercial. All right. Then in the same paragraph, I'm going to have another example is, and then I'm going to take a quote from my PlayStation 5 article or advertisement, do the same thing. All right. Put the evidence there, cite it properly with the author's last name. If it doesn't have an author, use the title. What does the evidence mean? How does it prove your thesis? Okay. So you're going to have one body paragraph dealing with this with two examples within that one paragraph. You need your topic sentence, and then say me matter, say me matter. All right.